I want you and I want everyone to experience the bliss of having a truly premium, functional color palette. It'll change your life. And all you need to start is one color. Once you've got a great color palette, you'll find that new designs feel like opportunities to play. Your brand colors should function like members of a band. Each member is unique, a precious gift of God, and everybody has a job to do. Everyone plays together. And not everyone, and I will lose my fruit over this one so fast, not everyone plays the same amount at the same time. On the flip side, if one color is trying to do it all, it's going to get tired. If you're missing members of the band or have duplicates, it's going to cause other problems. And through trial and error, dense reading, great books like this one, and helping hundreds of brands identify and select their color palette, I've developed a zesty little family recipe that I will share with you today. This recipe only requires one ingredient, but that one ingredient will set the stage for everyone else to follow. Like a singer-songwriter who puts together a band so they can go play stadium anthems. Let's start at the end. Your color palette has all the right seats filled. You got a lead singer, which will be your primary brand color. And you got some kind of blackish color and a whitish color. You'll need a primary accent color that's high contrast and grabby. And you'll need 2-ish harmonies or alternates. And you can expand into shades. Most brand guides that we build have 6 to 10 colors. Some have less, some have more, but you get the idea. Let's see some of these colors in action. Here we've got a section of the website or a poster or a flyer, and we select one of our colors that best fits the mood of what we're trying to communicate with this particular piece. And we need a headline that stands out, and body text, and a call to action, and maybe a little extra sauce here. Rinse and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat. When you got a great band playing together, they can explore a lot of places with their music. Loud, soft, busy, simple. They've got some range. And if the music metaphor ain't your jam, think of them as cool sisters. They've got their own voice and vibe and style, but they're still related. And why is this important? Because it's interesting. Your audience stays tuned in longer. Our brains are wired to lean into new or unexpected information. It's also more interesting for the designers and creators using the palette. So rather than a rule book which stifles creativity, they now have pieces that fit together in a lot of different ways. Okay, so how do you choose your lead singer or your main brand color? Here's a couple of ways. One, you might already have a color that you're known for, and please try and shut out and ignore if you're tired of it or your staff is tired of it. If your community knows you for this color, might be worth hanging on to. 2, just pick something you like. Not strategic, but it works sometimes. 3, Brady Shearer recently put out a video where he prescribed this great idea where you walk through your physical space, take photos of what people see either in your building or on your property or out in your community, and see what naturally just flows with your brand. Use those as a starting point. I think it makes a ton of sense. Number 4, pick something that's meaningful or logical with your name. Hot Wheels uses fire colors. As you begin your search for the right lead singer for your color palette, you will be tempted to blindly trust color psychology research. This is the concept that certain colors are linked to emotions. And I'm not here to debate the validity of this research, but I'm here to guide you off of the crowded path. Please don't do it. For example, blue is associated with trust, honesty, authority, serenity, intelligence. Naturally, a lot of brands want to have those same feelings kind of drawn out, revoked in their audience. As a result, many brands are blue. But if literally everyone follows this same advice, all the brands with similar goals will look the same. But you are not a silly goose. You are a red fish. And if the goal of your brand is to stand out, you should make choices that highlight your brand story. For this example, let's say you've used a lot of red in the past. Your team is tired of it. You're personally ready for a change, but your audience knows you for it. Let's see if we can find a way to love it again. So we hop on Pinterest and find some red palettes to begin our exploration. And at this stage in the game, we're not too bogged down in strategy or strong filters or a ton of constraints. You're just snagging stuff that feels right, stands out, kind of matches the overall tone of the brand. So for this exercise, let's say we're classic, we're warm, we're relaxed. For this next part, I personally use Adobe Illustrator, but Coolers is a great place to start too, and it's available to everyone. We've got our lead singer. Now we need a dark color to kind of anchor as our black. A safe place to start is just a super dark shade of the lead singer, kind of like a shadow, if you will. We'll also need a light color. And depending on if you want the overall brand to feel warmer or cooler, I'll do a gray or a blue here, or start from a yellow or orange or pink. Super light, super low saturation. This again, we're just kind of getting everybody pointed in the same direction to start. And this is where many brands stop. But we forge ahead. Let's find a strong accent color. This is your loud friend that you want at the party, but you don't want to ride next to on the plane. A little bit goes a long ways. And we'll need some other friends. By contrast, these are your buddies that you call for the road trip or to help you move. They're great support, great presence, great person to catch up with over coffee. But do not call them on stage with you at karaoke night. They will melt in the limelight. Okay, time to test this bad boy out. All right, things to consider. Do we have enough contrast? There is a great contrast checker in Coolers. There are no good or bad notes. We've all got colors that we like. There's things that, are more popular than others. But what matters most is the other notes that you put with it. Once you've got a great color palette, you'll find that new designs feel like opportunities to play. And as you're locking in your brand colors, more cautionary advice. Your colors don't have to go on your walls. They don't have to go on your merch. The primary purpose is for communication moments. And so help me, if I had a nickel for every time a client threw out a palette because they couldn't see the bronze mustard accent color as a full wall mural, I would have too many nickels. That's not what it's for, Lisa. You can keep your neutral Nordic style with exposed beams and raw concrete in your physical space and still use a robust and interesting color palette for small accents in those communication moments, like directional signage or spots on your website or your out-of-house billboards and ads. I don't want any more nickels. I want you and I want everyone to experience the bliss of having a truly premium, functional color palette. It'll change your life. And all you need to start is one color.